Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Summer Swaps is coming. All of the rewards are leaked. 50 tokens available by Fodder. And if you guys don't know Fodder, then obviously you have not been on Twitter, mate. 516,000 followers. He is a very, very reliable leaker. He has leaked all of the rewards with the tokens required. So I'm going to go over them today, and I'm going to choose what I would personally take. We will also go in depth, and I'll show you guys all of the possible players you can get from a player pick that's like a capped rating, you know what I mean, 94 plus icon moments. I think I've got a 93 plus Shapeshifters here, 1 of 5, so I'll go through all of that and show you guys the possible players that you can walk away with. And before we get into it, a big shout out to @criminal_x and Fodder on Twitter. Obviously, their Twitter links will be in the bio. Fodder, who does all of the leaks, and Criminal, who has made this amazing design. Now, apparently, this does end on the 25th of July, and it's currently the 24th of June, which means they're going to have to be releasing 1 to 2 tokens, an average of 1.5 token a day. So whether they release 2 a day some days, and 1 a day another, it looks like you'll be able to get these tokens relatively fast throughout the next month. So first of all, for only 1 token, which if EA go through the route of giving you a free token like on the first day, that is an 82 plus times 25 pack. 2 tokens is an 83 plus times 25 pack. Two tokens, 3 tokens is an 84 plus times 25. 4 tokens gives you a moment Schmeichel, which I think personally I'd probably avoid Schmeichel just because of the amount of high tier goalkeepers are in the game at this point. You've got so much team of the season level goalkeepers. I would much rather use those tokens on, say, an 84 plus and an 82 plus, and then just go ahead and spend 90k on a team of the season goalkeeper. I feel like a goalkeeper at this point of the game isn't too important, and we all know how inconsistent goalkeepers are anyway. 5 tokens gives you an 85 plus times 20, which I honestly think straight away, my picks, I'm locking in for me, and what I highly recommend you guys to do is take all of these packs, because worst case you are getting at the bare minimum 400,000 coins worth of walkouts, worth of fodder, and that's assuming you do not hit a promo card when you decide to open them. Whether you decide to open them during Shapeshifters Team 2, you're guaranteed, if you are unlucky enough to not hit obviously a promo card, you are guaranteed a lot of fodder. With that fodder you can then use yourself. You can complete Lacazette end of an era, Insigne end of an era, Chiellini, whatever. So that way, if you're doing the fodder packs, you're guaranteed to get something at least. You're guaranteed to get a lot of fodder that you can use and trade in for something even better. Shapeshifters pick 1 of 3. Now, I would be very, very cautious of this. It is only 7 tokens, so it may be fun if you don't have time to get all of them and you just want to send that, but I would personally avoid that in my opinion, just because Hector Bellerin, we're going to have a Team 2 Shapeshifters as well, so I assume Shapeshifters will be involved in the player pick as well. Team 2, Shapeshifters Team 2 will also be in it, and it'll be lots of Hector Bellerins. I've seen like a Pereira, the Argentinian player for Udinese, he's been leaked, and none not really high tier. Everton, the Brazilian keeper, the Brazilian goalkeeper, it's only a 1 of 3 as well. You might get lucky, get a Messi, get a Heung-min Son, who knows, but that's a risk, isn't it? And I feel like a 1 of 3, I feel like it's going to be very, very, very pack weight heavy towards the low tier / average cards. 91 plus EFIGS TOTS, please stay away from this one. This is literally what you get for like rank 5 rewards. Rank 5 you get 2 1 of 3 91 pluses, and I can tell you guys I get absolutely shafted in every single FUT Champs, right? So stay away from that one. I know like this is a second week of EA doing 91 plus red picks, and I think I did two 1 of 3s, so all up I had an option of 6 players. I believe 4 of them were goalkeepers, and then the other of them were just like 92 rated TOTS cards I didn't need. Please stay away from the 91 plus EFIGS TOTS 1 of 4. EFIGS means Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, or Liga on team of the season. 91 plus basically means any. It only chops out like a few of the really low rated ones. Honestly, just stay away from that one. So EA have given us 2 options of Kimpembe, a lower tier Kimpembe with 91 pace, 93 defending, then a one for 27 tokens that is a lot more juiced. I'm not sure if these stats are official or not, but honestly, this looks like a very, very, very solid deal. For 10 tokens, you get a very, very nice league on centre back. If you really want to sweat it and go for that version of Kimpembe, but Kimpembe's that guy. If gold rare Kimpembe's going to be good on this game, the 92 will be insane. The 95 will be even more insane. insane. But I mean, opting in for Kimpembe and then choosing all the fodder packs and then even like a big pick like one of these two and still having enough tokens to do that instead of just being able to get him in some fodder packs or maybe him and one player pick. I think you could take this 92 as an option. That's not an awful deal, but it does depend how big of a difference his rating is to this one. If it's just like, you know, I think it really just, it goes down to whether these stats are predicted or not. Because if this Kimpembe has actually got 91 pace, 93 defending, and he's got that Kimpembe body type in game, which he's Kimpembe, so of course he will, then he's definitely a good option. But if these aren't true stats and he's actually 89 pace, 90 pace with 91 defending and 92 physical, maybe not. But if we're going off of this card, I'd probably say that's not a bad option. 93 plus Shapeshifters player pick, 1 of 5. For 15 tokens, this looks really solid value, I think. 93 plus Shapeshifters, that's not too shabby. That is not too shabby, you know. I think 93 plus Shapeshifters, the fact it's a 1 of 5, if it was a 1 of 3, I wouldn't be convinced. If we go and have a look on Footbin, these are all of the possible cards you can get from Team 1. So this is not counting Team 2, alright? Team 2 is releasing in like 5 hours time, okay? So there's going to be some cards from there as well. But these are all the 93 plus Shapeshifter cards. You've obviously got a Messi, Heung-min Son, Hazard as a big boys. You've got the ones that you'd happily take, like an Aubameyang, Alphonso Davies, Spinazzola, Jack Grealish is very nice as well. You've obviously also got the ones that's not too convincing, like Jeremiah or obviously Thuram and Pepe are objective/SBCs, Felipe Anderson and Carrasco as well. Kalulu isn't awful as well, he's a nice centre-back. It looks like all 93 plus Shapeshifters so far have a guaranteed value of 50,000 coins, but obviously it's a 1 of 5, which means if a worst case, you're going to be getting someone with, obviously Robertson's 180, like worst case, it looks like Kalulu, as it stands, obviously Shapeshifters Team 2 is not on packs. Kalulu, who's still 200,000 coin card, I'd assume in a couple weeks time his price is only going to plummet. He might be 100k in a month time with this current market. I don't think this is a bad option. I think the 1 of 5 makes this very respectable. 95 plus EFIGS TOTS player pick, 1 of 5. Look, this could be really good, but it could also be quite, like one of those ones you've got to be skeptical about. You've got lots of goalkeepers, Berardi, who at this point of the game, I know some people aren't a massive fan of Berardi. Let's have a look at the possible players you can get from this one. So looking at the team of the seasons that are 95 rated, you've obviously got Karim Benzema, Cristiano Ronaldo, Salah as the main dubs. Obviously Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Neymar's here, no doubt. Kevin De Bruyne, who's not bad. Mane, who's very nice. Kane is obviously an SBC. Jude Bellingham and Kunku, Vinicius is a dub, Pedri's a dub, Neymar's a dub, Berardi is an L, Vlahovic and Immobile, the other players that are kind of fun, they're usable but they're not ideal. Dybala's nice, Gravenberch is not too bad, because if he was a better nation and a better league, he'd be like at least 400k. You want to avoid keepers. Hugo Lloris obviously isn't great, Alisson's not great. Ruben Dias you want to avoid, you do not really want Ruben Dias at all. Haaland as well is one of them ones that you're a little bit skeptical about. Page number 2, Neuer is another goalkeeper, Courtois is another goalie. I think Tonali's not bad. You can get, I think these lower league boys, Oscar and Carlos Gil, are a little bit iffy. Koulibaly's only 90k. I don't know, I think this one's definitely a risk factor, but once it's a 1 of 5, once it is a 1 of 5, you can get some good players, but I feel like it's going to be very, very pack weight heavy towards the high tier goalkeepers. This one, I'll put like a 50-50 on it. Maybe you got some spear tokens, and if it was realistically between the 95 plus EFIGS, or say you want to do a combination of a 91 plus EFIGS and a Shapeshifter, or just a 95 plus, I'd probably opt for that 95 plus. Cafu for 20 tokens doesn't look awful, but I feel like we're at a point of the game where right backs are quite easy to get done or get access to. Personally, I think the smarter thing to do here, instead of if you're in need of a right back, take all of the fodder packs, which will only cost you 11 tokens all up, and then worst case, you can just put all of the fodder you get into Carlos Alberto, who has currently got an icon SBC. I think he's expiring in like 15 or 20 days though, so you'd want to be quick with that. That is if you're looking for a right back. They are two very similar cards. So I don't think Cafu, I mean, he's not bad, and if you need a right back, I feel like it's just the point of the game. You don't want to be trading tokens for players, unless it is a big boy like Zidane or Dino. 23 tokens for a 95 plus Shapeshifters 1 of 5. That could be very good. That could be very, very good. If we're looking at 95 plus Shapeshifters now, I don't know. I think obviously Carrasco, these two Carrascos are on SBC, so we'll go like that. These are the possible cards you can get from Team 1. Once again, Team 2 is not out yet. I think there's been some leaked Team 2s on Foot Sheriff's account as well, which we can have a look at. I know there's a really good card. There's a Marcelo, there's a Ramos linked as well. Leaked. So I don't know. I think obviously Hazard, Heung-min Son, Lionel Messi, Grealish, Ital. Like if it was a Team 1 of 5, I'd 100% do it because you're basically guaranteed to double it, aren't you? I think this is not a bad price one whatsoever. I think this is not too shabby whatsoever. This is yep, you know what, I'm going to give this one a 95 plus 1 of 5 for 23 tokens, so it's not cheap, but I think that's not awful value, you know. You've got a good chance at Messi. Ronaldo is in Team 2, I've heard. So I've heard Ronaldo is in Team 2 in 5 hours time, so you'll have a chance at a proper big boy. 92 plus moments pick, 1 of 3, please stay away from that. Need I say more? I have done 56 icon packs / picks on my account this year. Yeah, you heard that right. On my account, using my fodder, I've done 56 this year. I've hit like a few dubs. I've only got 2 of the pack pulled icons in my team. In fact, this is my team if you guys want to see. Only Maldini and Ronaldinho are pack pulled. Vieira, Carlos Alberto, they were crafted. Thierry Henry on the bench, he was crafted. So from 56 icon packs / picks, I'd say like 50% of them were picks. Especially when they had that prime icon repeatable during Team of the Year. I did that like 7 times, and trust me, you're going to have to gamble. It's a gamble. And I don't even have to show you guys the players that you can get from this one, because I absolutely promise you there is a lot of really, really average 92 cards. Van Nistelrooy, Van Basten, and like they're quite high rated. Kluivert, who is 92, you can get from here. Puyol, Hierro, need I say more? Please stay away from this one. I'd much rather do the 95 plus Shapeshifters. 27 tokens for Kimpembe. He's going to be one of the best centre backs on the game. It's a very safe option. It's a bit boring, but it's a safe and smart option. Not too bad a value. Now we've got a 96 plus EFIGS TOTS, which is stepping it up a little bit. That's not too shabby because it narrows out all of the goalkeepers. Obviously Berardi's still available, but it's a 1 of 5. I don't know, I think this 96 plus EFIGS TOTS could be alright for 30 tokens though, quite expensive. Looking at 96 plus Team of the Seasons, that's not bad. I feel like Kimmich and Lewin for 160, they're usable, they're nothing crazy, but they're usable. Same goes for Modric. Modric is quite good, he's a little bit better than them. I feel like it's going to be very heavy on the Serie A boys, disregarding Dybala. Immobile, Vlahovic and Berardi, I feel like are going to be a very common free options, but remember it's a 1 of 5, so all you need to hit is one of the other big boys. Even a Suarez at this point. Kevin De Bruyne is not bad. Obviously, you want to go for a Mane, Rafael, Lionel Messi, Mbappe, etc., etc. This, obviously, it's part of a risk factor. But this doesn't look bad because I feel like at the absolute minimum, you're getting a player that is, if these are all 160, at the absolute minimum, you're getting a player worth 290k within Immobile, right? If you want to take that risk, you take that risk. I mean, I'd personally, if I'm doing that, I'd be expecting a player worth 600, 700k or more, like a Bellingham or something along those lines. At the absolute minimum, by the way. So it's a big risk, but not bad. Prime Dino for 33, I'm currently using his Prime. In fact, I've used him for over 500 games. I got him from when EA did a 91 plus attacker / midfielder. Might have been a 92 plus even. Or was it 93 plus? I don't know, but it was like 1 million coins to complete, if you guys remember that SBC. And I did get lucky enough to get Ronaldinho. I've had him for like a month and a little bit, and he is very, very good. We're at a point of a game, though, where it is quite easy to get access to those high-tier cards, and I'd still much rather a TOTS Neymar. Dino's good, but I'd still take a TOTS Neymar, which obviously this 30 swaps pick does have. Dino's not awful value, definitely not awful value. For 33, it is a big grind, but you've got a very high-tier card. If you're a Brazilian, if you're a fan of Ronaldinho, definitely a good option. Now, we'll go over Zidane now, and then we'll finish on this 94 plus moments. But 40 tokens for Zinedine Zidane moments is not awful, considering there's only 50 tokens all up, right? And Zidane's only 40. I say only, but it means you can get Zidane done. You can get Zidane an 85 times 20, an 84 times 25, and an 83 times 25. You could get Zidane and all of the fodder packs except for the first one, which is not too shabby whatsoever. I think Zidane is actually, personally, I had his mid and I was a bit underwhelmed. My brother's used his prime and he's a bit underwhelmed, but I have heard that his moments is completely a different breed. He is very, very good. I think he's one of those cards that if you're a fan of him, I'll do him. If not, I still would probably say just take the fodder packs and then look at something else. Because I feel like taking a player at this point, you want to have some fun, right? You want to have some fun. But if you want to take the south route, 100%, I do not blame you. And for 40 tokens, you'll be able to get Zidane, which isn't too bad. And last but not least, 94 plus moments player pick, 1 of 4. My only complaint is they should have made it 1 of 5. They definitely should have made it 1 and 5. But for 36 tokens, a 94 plus moments player, head on over to foot bin. You got Pele. Can't get Maradona. Cannot get Maradona actually, as he's no longer in the game. But you got Pele. R9 Ronaldo, Zidane, who is a dub if you were to get Zidane, because obviously he's you're basically getting Zidane for 4 tokens cheaper. Puskas is a massive dub. Grincha you'd happily take. Maldini is a dub. Yashin, usually goalies are an L, but Yashin is actually really fun in game, really good in game. Ronaldinho is a massive dub. Cruyff is a massive dub. Lofa is a very nice dub. Cantona isn't bad. He's not bad. Carlos Alberto is okay. Baggio you'd want to avoid. Van Basten you'd want to avoid. David Beckham you'd want to avoid. Baresi you'd want to avoid. Xavi you'd want to avoid. And Puyol you'd want to avoid. So I feel like it's a 1 of 4 pick, and there's how much icons? 1, 2, 3... 4, there's 5, 6 icons you want to avoid. 6 icons that are L, 7 if you count Yashin. Let's say there's 7 icons that you want to avoid out of a possible how much? 1, 2, 3, I'm not going to count them all. This looks like around 20-ish if I had to take a guess, right? Maybe even a bit more, like 25. So 7 out of the 20-ish icons you'd want to avoid. Keeping in mind the pack weight for Pele, Ronaldo is going to be a whole lot different than obviously it will be for those lower tier boys, because the pack weight for Puyol, Baresi, Xavi will be up quite a bit. You could get really shafted, or this pick could change anything for you within this account. And it is obviously 94 plus 1 of 4. Alright, sorry in advance, if you have a 1 of 4 pick of Baggio, Puyol, Xavi, and Baggio, Van Basten, Beckham, and Puyol as your player pick, I'll just like to say, I am so sorry, and my condolences, because I already know that it's going to happen to at least someone, alright? All in all, lads, what I will personally be taking on my main account, assuming you take all, or you grind for all 50 tokens, you could easily just get the 11 tokens for the fodder packs and go for the 93 plus 1 of 5 shapeshifters and then leave it there. You don't have to grind much more. That will only cost you 26 tokens all up, so you don't have to do much tokens at all, and you'll be able to get this done in 2.5 weeks time. But let's say you do grind all 50 tokens, which means you'll be grinding objectives, SBCs, you'll be doing a lot of stuff to get the 50 tokens. Let's say theoretically you do get all of the 50 tokens. What would I personally take? I would like to send a 94 plus simply for the fact I'm a content creator, and obviously my Twitch chat would absolutely love it. There's always that fact. But there's also the fact of being smart and logically thinking, because that is a massive risk. It's a fun risk, but it's a massive risk. I think being smart, all of the fodder packs 100% getting done. So I'd be doing the 5 tokens, the 3 tokens, 2 tokens, 1 token. Usually the 82 and 83 times 25 are quite average. Even seen some poor 84 times 25s, but you're guaranteed fodder to put into an SBC at some point anyways, at the absolute minimum. So I think I'd do all of them for 11 tokens, meaning you would have 39 tokens left. With those 39 tokens, I would avoid the TOTS player picks personally. I'd avoid all of the TOTS ones. I would avoid that 92 plus moments. And I think the 95 plus shapeshifters for 23 tokens would be the way to go. So that's 23 tokens plus the 11 for the fodder packs. That would be 34 tokens, which means you have got 16 tokens left. With that 16 tokens, you could do, if you want to do another Shapeshifters pack, you could do another Shapeshifters pack, or you could just simply stop the grind there, alright? Because I know lots of people are probably underestimating how much of a grind this will be, because there's going to be objectives, but no doubt EA will make it play 8 squad battle games, and they'll chuck it in a player objective to get a token as well. So be wary of that. You would be prepared to play squad battles, which is like 1.5, 2 hours grind for 1 token. If you're willing to do that for a token, then fair enough. But personally, what I'm taking, the 95 plus, all of the fodder packs, that will only cost me what? That will only cost me 34 tokens, which means I don't have to grind anything else. That's probably the smartest thing to do. That's what I'll personally do. Much love, lads. Let me know what you're taking down below. Let me know the order, the combination you're thinking of, and let's see, maybe you can help someone else if they're thinking of it. You can comment it down below and see who else will be doing that combination. Much love, boys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.